And let's do this again. New phone. It's fun when you talk for 5 minutes before you realize you didn't hit the record button properly. Yeah, good times, good times. Anyway, today I need to talk, or feel I need to talk about how and why we pick our partners, and how ridiculous we keep looking for dysfunctional people to heal us, because 1/2 plus 1/2 does not equal 1. It's still half and half. Obviously none of us, I shouldn't say none, but there's not a lot of us are completely a whole person, and that's okay. But it's recognizing where we're at, how much more we need to grow. Well, I don't think any of us can know that, but more or less recognizing where we're at and what work we need to do next. And as long as we keep that focus of where we are and what we need to do next, we can be a healthy person. We're not necessarily a whole person, but we're not an unhealthy person. So that really makes a super huge amount of difference in being able to relate to other people, where you can look to them to be uplifted and encouraged, not coddled and fixed and babied. Yeah, I'll just put it that way. Well, anyway, I'm going to go off on how I think this happens, what I think it is. And I know a lot of people have talked about this before, and it's basically rehashing my filter and funnel, or funnel and filter, focusing all of the things that I've discovered over my last 1.5-year journey, 2-year journey, whatever it is, lifetime journey. It really has been my lifetime. A lot of these truths have been things that I've known forever, but had so much self-doubt that I couldn't trust myself to know they're true. But what I see happens is, first I guess I gotta go start a little bit. We are electrical, energetic beings. It's just a fact. It's not sci-fi. It's not new ageism. It's not what I like to call soccer mom woo. It's just a fact. We are an energetic being. Just like our sun's energetic, our earth is energetic, our solar system's energetic. It's a giant capacitor, and with its own waves and currents of electricity flowing through it. Everything's energy. It just is. We don't fully understand how it interacts and works together. We can measure it, we can watch it, we can see some of it, but we don't really can't say, well, So, that being said, throughout our lives, but especially when we're young and growing up, our energetic circuit board, we'll use that as an analogy, is being laid out. And as long as you have good enough or better parentage, and there's no terrible external trauma, more likely than not, you're going to have a good circuit board, and your life's going to be, I'm not going to say easy, but things will work. And for anybody who's in the recovery community, I know you can almost say 100% of you, like, have the inner critic, and the inner critic is part of the faulty circuit board. Because apparently, and this is a shocker to me, people not everybody has that inner critic. And it's like, what? I mean, your brain can encourage you and tell you to do good stuff and you're a good person? No, that's not possible. Your brain's there to tell you how big of a fuck up you are. Well, apparently it's not entirely true, and I found in my own recovery I've been able to disconnect some of the circuits and reconnect them in better ways. Not perfect, but hey, we're a work in progress, and perfection is a long way off. It's just a good ideal to strive for. Well, anyway, these improper circuits let us register people who match the energy and frequency of those who caused this trauma in the past. And if we haven't healed this trauma, or these bad circuits, or replaced them, or repaired them, or rewired them, these energetic beings will just turn those circuits alive. They'll just make you go, whoa, my God, that's awesome. Because these faulty circuits carry way more energy than the rest of the circuits. A welly laid circuit board, the energy is pretty evenly distributed through it all. With a faulty circuit board, because those tracks are dysfunctional, what happens is they get thicker and thicker over time, and they can handle and to transmit more energy. So it's a tough road rewiring these circuits, but the more you are able to shunt them and not let the energy flow, they shrink, and eventually you can lay down the new paths. They don't ever fully disappear, which kind of sucks, but or at least I've never known them to fully disappear myself. Some other people say they do, some don't. I'm not going to get into that argument, but and this all comes back down to why we choose terrible, toxic people in our love and our friendships. Those circuit boards, just like I said, are just aglow and awash with, whoa, my God, energy that's so good, it's so exciting. And unfortunately, what laid the circuits in the first place was fear. And fear and excitement follow the same path. There's a great amount of anticipation. There's a great amount of anticipation, wanting, desire, and it just pumps you up with, well, the chemical nature of the other side of ourself, our chemical, biological nature. And that is what basically burns these circuits into us. So we're trapped in this, oh my God, this feels really good, but it hurts. Oh my God, this feels so amazing, but it hurts. And then that's at least the beginning of most of our dysfunctional relationships. Slowly, over time, and this is when we start to recognize that we are in a dysfunctional relationship, it's like, oh my God, this hurts so bad, but it feels good. So it flips. Because it went from, oh my God, this is so wonderful, it hurts, to, oh my God, this is just fucking misery, but it feels good. And we don't know how to get out of it because we've never been given the tools or the skills, or we don't know what normal and healthy feels like. Well, I can attest to say for myself and a lot of other people who I've met in and out of recovery, it is possible to reprogram yourself. And reprogram yourself. It sounds kind of cheesy, but it's basically what it is, because I listen and pay attention the best I can to my self-talk, and I tell myself different things, or I can stop myself from going, wow, you really messed that up, and that's being very tame, to, hey, wait, no, I see where I could have did this better, and next time I will do better. So it's a very subtle change at first, and it's even as simple as, no, Matthew, you're only human. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. That's part of why you're here, to live, experience, and to learn, and to grow. And the better and more practice I get at rewiring my circuit board and my energetic field, my emotional regulation, my just healthy human beingness, the better off and more joyous and abundant of a life I will have. And I've always wished to spread joy to other people, but unfortunately I forgot how important it is for me to have that joy in myself to spread to others. I mean, I have it and it's there, but 20 years of emotional and verbal and psychological abuse, spattered with intermittent, niceties and rewards, can really weaken you. It takes your joy, and it's still a spark, and it's still there, but it's just not so joyous. It's just lost all its luminosity. Not the Illuminati, but, its brightness. So that's, I guess, my take on the soul wound, and kind of ties my other things together, and thoughts and videos. It's a thing that harmed us. And harm might not be the best description, because unfortunately we're using English to describe things that probably have no real verbal description to them. But think of here's an analogy. Think of yourself as just like a Fabergé egg. If everybody knows what those are, those fancy Russian eggs that are just beautiful. But instead of an egg or decorated like that, it's a circuit board of energy, and it's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer, all the way to core. There's all these multiple layers, like the Russian stacking eggs, but they're connected energetically, and they don't really unstack really well. So you have this energetic field of all these layers upon layers of different energy flows, and some of them are flowing really good, some of them are flowing sideways, and some of them are flowing backwards. And my job as somebody who wants to find a healthy way to be and live is to take all those paths and examine them in as detached and neutral way as possible. Not neutral, so I don't get shocked. But I need to examine everything, look at where it's shorting, where it's not, and that's really tough because it's my own circuitry. To look at it is daunting. It's it's trying to look at your asshole in a mirror. It's not that easy, but you can do it. And slowly over time, I can find the circuits that are inflamed, I'll say, and I can correct their wiring little bit by little bit. And each time I correct one wiring, it helps me able to find more that needs to be corrected or rerouted or adjusted. So as I correct myself, fix my wiring, I cannot... It's not that I'm not still lit up and attracted by those people who could be destructive towards me, but I can recognize it. So I can see where, oh my God, that's so alive, versus, wow, you're really comfortable. I like being around you. And I think that's the biggest distinction I have made and will continue to make going forward, is I'm going to keep those, wow, I feel really good around you. No, there's no fear, there's no scaredness. I mean, yeah, I have my own internal shame that I'm still working on and worried that I'm going to scare you or say something that's going to piss you off or you're going to yell at me, but that's mine. You have nothing. Well, you got a little bit there, but that's not my work or inventory, but wow, you're comfortable, which is, to some people, that's boring. It's, blah. I don't want to be about comfortable. I want excitement. I want fun. And it's a shame because those boring people are really fun. Oh my God. I can't tell you how much more fun I've had with quote unquote boring people than I had with exciting people. Exciting people, it's great for about 5 minutes, and then it just sucks because you're constantly on the roller coaster of highs and lows, and it's terrible. It's unfortunate and it hurts, but it's a rush. It's like a drug. Hey, it all comes back to addiction. Yeah. And that's what I was addicted to my partner's niceness. Hated the abuse, thought it was wrong and didn't know how to stop it, didn't really even know I had a right to stop it. And I'm sure she'd argue that I was abusive, but that's not my problem. That's her problem. That comes with denial, and I'm strongly believe I'm mostly out of denial. I know there's a lot of things. Again, it's layer upon layer upon layer upon the circuit board. I don't know what I don't know, and I've been humbled enough on this journey to realize that no, I don't have all the answers, and no, I may not ever get all the answers, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, well, that turned a little cryptic. All right, so basically, it comes down to learn your wounds, learn your wounds, learn your wounds. Don't keep sticking your finger in there, but learn your wounds and learn how to not keep sticking your finger there and picking at them. I mean, growing up, how many times I was yelled at as a kid, stop picking your scabs. But I'm a kid, it's fun. But that's exactly what we're doing when we're picking partners that are harmful for us. It's like we think if we keep picking at the scab, eventually it's going to heal. It's because there's a wound there and it's trying to heal, but it needs time, it needs awareness, and it needs love and care from you and from others who are calm and comfortable, not exciting. Exciting just keeps ripping it open again and again and again. But it feels so good is the problem. Well, anyway, I'm almost to my meeting, and I think that's been a long enough, actually probably my longest rant so far. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed the program. I sure did. I rambled a bit. This is still new for me, doing this video kind of stuff. Seems to work great while driving, other than driving. Anyway, love you all. Enjoy your life. May you have found your bottom. Namaste.